If you're new to the hobby, like I am, you know how overwhelming it can be to choose your first army. There are so many factions, each with their own unique lore, playstyles and models, and it's tough to know where to start. So today, I'm taking you through my thought process as I explore the different factions and figure out which one suits me best. So let's get right into it with the Chaos factions. I have to admit, I'm really drawn to the dark side of the Warhammer 40k universe. Assuming there's some sort of light side, there's something about the Word Bearers and the World Eaters that fascinates me. The Word Bearers are these fanatical zealots who spread chaos and corruption, turning entire worlds to their cause. They have that whole dark preacher vibe, which I think is pretty cool. Then we have the World Eaters, absolute berserkers who live for the thrill of close combat. They charge into battle with this raw, unbridled rage that's almost terrifying. Their lore is intense, and if you're into pure aggression and chaos on the battlefield, these guys are pretty hard to resist. The look of the Chaos models really grabs me. There's so much detail and personality in each one. I know there's a lot of hype around the Emperor's Children range, and I'm really looking forward to it. But let's be honest, we have no idea when that's actually coming out, and I'm not the most patient person. Now, switching gears to the Imperium of Man, I have a soft spot for the Astra Militarum, or as they're commonly known, the Imperial Guard. I love the idea of ordinary humans standing against the horrors of the galaxy, with nothing but their guns, grit and determination. There's something so relatable about these soldiers just trying to survive in a universe filled with godlike beings and monstrous aliens. I wish there was a cultist-themed Imperial Guard army. Just regular soldiers turning to chaos, maybe blending them with some chaos cultist elements. That would be such a unique way to represent the idea of the Imperium's corruption from within. Sadly, that's not exactly in the official range, but a guy can dream. Now let's talk about the Necrons. I'll be honest, I'm really into their lore. Ancient immortal beings rising from their tombs, seeking to reclaim their lost dominion over the galaxy. That whole Egyptian undead robot vibe they've got going on is pretty epic. But here's the thing, personally, I find the model range a bit, boring. I mean, they've got some really cool stuff like the big constructs and the lords, but overall, the rank and file troops just don't excite me as much as the Chaos or Imperium models do. Maybe it's just a personal preference, but I need a bit more variety to keep me interested. Returning to the Imperium, let's not forget the iconic Space Marines. I know they're the poster boys, but there's a reason for that. They're pretty cool. Two chapters that really stand out to me are the Dark Angels and the Imperial Fists. The Dark Angels have this secretive knightly order vibe. With a dark past they're always trying to keep hidden. That mysterious gothic aesthetic is right up my alley. On the other hand, the Imperial Fists are all about siege warfare and fortifications. I love the idea of this stoic, unbreakable defence, holding the line against overwhelming odds. Plus their yellow armour is such a bold and distinctive look, it really makes them stand out on the tabletop. So after all that, where does that leave me? Well, despite my appreciation for the Imperial Guard and the human element and the mystique of the Necron lore, I keep coming back to Chaos. There's just something about their models, their story and their sheer presence on the battlefield that pulls me in. Plus, I'm excited about the potential of the Emperor's Children range. Even though we don't know when it's coming out, I can't help but feel like it's going to be worth the wait. For now, I think I'll lean more towards the Word Bearers or the World Eaters. There's just something irresistible about that raw chaos energy. But who knows, maybe I'll change my mind when I finally see the new models. Either way, I'm excited to dive deeper into this dark and twisted side of the universe. But honestly, as much as I'm trying to be strategic in choosing my first army, I know I'm probably just going to end up buying some models just because I like the look of them. It's hard to resist when you see a miniature that just has that perfect combination of style and detail. Even if it doesn't quite fit into the army you're building. I mean, at the end of the day, part of the fun is collecting and painting models that you really love, right? I've also subscribed to the Combat Patrol magazine. I think it's only available in the UK at the moment, but correct me if I'm wrong. It's a really great way to get my hands on a bunch of models from across different armies. I figured it would be a fun way to explore the range of miniatures available without committing to just one faction right away. Plus, it's a great deal for the amount of models I get, so it's perfect for someone like me who's still figuring out which army to focus on. If you're a new player like me, I'd love to hear which factions have caught your eye. Drop a comment below and let's chat about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that rubbish.